Why buy one Biden when you can buy two for the price of one?
Fox News has obtained more emails purported to be from Hunter Biden's laptop. From May 2017, correspondence with Chinese energy executives, strong evidence that former Vice President Biden's son Hunter was peddling his influence to his father to land lucrative jobs overseas. It discusses payment for 6 people, including a reference to 10% of the equity in the deal be held by H for the big guy. Sources tell Fox News the big guy is Joe Biden.
China loves to roll out the red carpet for Joe Biden.
Another email from August 2017 seeking $10 million per year in a deal that would be interesting to me and my family.
What these documents reveal, largely what we've known all along about Hunter Biden and really Joe Biden's entire family, is that they've been trading on his public office for decades.
My son's business dealings were not anything with everybody that he's talking about, not even remotely number one.
And if Biden wins, China will get its hands on more than you think. Chinese firms, like the one seeking Biden's favor, want access to your medical history. Keeping Beijing out of your medical history, priceless.
We'll never let you down. He'll be the best friend you've ever had.
China may own the Bidens, but it should never own this house.
Oh, wow. Welcome to the Bill Mason Show. I mean, a lot going on right now. Bill, I can't hear you.
I am so sorry. I said we're going to fly through this episode because everybody, we're going to watch the debate. But here's the thing. This is some bombshell stuff that we're going to be pretty cut and dry tonight. And that's okay because I think, honestly, Trump has been holding a couple of aces for a while. And tonight he laid them out.
Yep, I got my chips and dip ready, pretzels, you name it, ready for 9 o'clock debate tonight. So we're recording this show. So a lot going on, though. I mean, Biden could just drop out any time. I mean, a lot of stuff with that, getting money for politics, for pay for play, laundering money, Hunter with the raping of Chinese children, you name it.
It's so bad that it is unbelievable. Like we talked about before in other shows, like it's so much layered on top of selling this country out. And not only did they sell this country out, but I mean, in the interim, they were covering their tracks and implicating other people. And now it's starting to all play out. And I love the fact that this one guy who came forward today, who was an associate, he got, pretty much, put into a CEO position and then watched the Bidens filter money. And that's what pissed him off. Honestly, that's what made him come forward, I think.
Yeah. So we have the breaking news here. I mean, we just recorded it on our phone, so sorry for the quality, but it's pretty good actually. But yeah. We separated in two, so bear with us with that. Take a look at this. All right.
And what he called one of the most prominent families in the United States. I was informed first by Gillier, and then by Hunter Biden, and by Rob Walker, who was working with the Bidens, that the Bidens wanted to form a new entity. First by Gillier, and then by Hunter Biden, and by Rob Walker, who was working with the Bidens, that the Bidens wanted to form a new entity with CFC, which was to invest in infrastructure, real estate, and technology in the U.S. and around the world. And the entity would initially be capitalized with $10 million and then grow to billions of dollars of investment capital. After months of discussion, I agreed at Gillier and Hunter Biden's request to become CEO of the entity to be called Sinohawk. Sino representing the Chinese side, Hawk representing Hunter Biden's brother Beau's favorite animal. And between February and May 2017, we exchanged numerous emails, documents, and WhatsApp messages concerning Sinohawk and its potential business. On May 2nd, 2017, the night before Joe Biden was to appear at the Milken Conference, I was introduced to Joe Biden by Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. At my approximately hour-long meeting with Joe, that night, we discussed the Biden's history, the Biden's family business plans with the Chinese, with which he was plainly familiar, at least at a high level. After that meeting, I had numerous communications with Hunter, Walker, Gilliar, and Jim Biden regarding the allocation of the equity ownership of Sinohawk. On May 13, 2017, I received an email concerning allocation of equity, which says 10% held by H for the big guy. In that email, there's no question that H stands for Hunter, big guy for his father, Joe Biden, and Jim for Jim Biden. In fact, Hunter often referred to his father as the big guy or my chairman. On numerous occasions, it was made clear to me that Joe Biden's involvement was not to be mentioned in writing, but only face-to-face. In fact, I was advised by Gilliar and Walker that Hunter and Jim Biden were paranoid about keeping Joe Biden's involvement secret. I also had a disagreement with Hunter about the funds CFC was contributing to Sinohawk.
Wow, a lot of stuff going on there. He has documents, he has cell phones, he has everything.
Yes, indeed. He has a couple of Galaxy Notes. He has all the way back to the Note 4, which I know for a fact, those things were like laptops, man. You could load those things with information like you wouldn't believe. And he's surrendering all of that to the FBI. Hopefully they do what's right with the information. I'm not 100%, on board with how the FBI has treated some of this stuff, but it's a step in the right direction. I think going public like he did not only protects his life, but protects the evidence. Because if they claim that they lost it or it's not, viable or he dies, at least we all know about it.
That's true. I mean, they can still, take a hammer to the phone still.
Oh, absolutely. But now the public is aware that there is mountains of evidence. We are at like evidence mountain of the Bidens.
Right.
And it's coming from all angles. And if so-and-so, whoever at the FBI happens to, wipe these phones or lose it, the American people aren't going to stand for it. I know I'm not. I'm pretty ready for some prosecution.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready too. Definitely. So here's Trump on 60 Minutes, though, about the laptop. Take a look.
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it. You want to talk about...
Well, because it can't be verified.
You want to talk about insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Excuse me, they found the laptop. Leslie.
Can't be verified.
What can't be verified?
The laptop.
Why do you say that?
Because
even the family hasn't... The family on the laptop... He's gone into hiding. For 5 days, he's gone into hiding.
He's preparing for your debate.
Oh, it's taken him 5 days to prepare? I doubt it. Okay,
All
go
right,
ahead.
all right. So let's get back to the name calling.
All right, so that's what happened. So that was a 60-minute interview that hasn't aired yet. It's going to air this coming Sunday, supposedly.
And apparently Trump released that on Facebook because he wanted them not to be able to edit it and selectively pick and choose the way that they pushed out that information. And the biggest eye-opener from that is that whoever's interviewing him, I forget her name, to be honest.
Leslie Stahl.
Yeah. She says, oh, for a fact, that's been debunked. And Trump's like, are you kidding? Do you have access to the information that I do? You're saying it's been debunked? That's not even close to facts. Right. And that's the kind of stuff that I think they'll snip out. And that's why Trump was kind of like, I got to get this out there, because otherwise they're going to make me look stupid. And they're going to make me look like I'm making this up. And all the evidence is piling up on the Bidens.
Oh, I mean, we got people coming forward. We got this guy, Tony Bobulinski coming forward. Yep. We have this other guy
Archer from jail.
Yeah, he's coming forward. I mean, there's so many people coming forward with a bunch of evidence. We got the laptop as well. Yep. I mean, it's like tons of evidence. So just take a look and we'll see what Biden said about the whole business here. Take a look.
Yeah.
So many other people, many of you have dealt with, without having the certainty that you have coverage.
What about Hunter, Mr. Vice President? There's been questions about conflicts of interest with him as well as your brother. Can you describe what sort of mechanisms you're going to put in place to avoid conflicts of interest, whether you knew your brother who's been accused of, let's say, trying to use your campaign to further his business interests? Do you know anything about that? And
Well, first of all, I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period. And what I will do is the same thing we did in our administration. There will be an absolute wall between personal and private and the government. There wasn't any hint of scandal at all when we were there, and I'll impose the same kind of strict rules. That's why I never talk with my son or my brother or anyone else, even distant family, about their business interests, period.
So Fox just spoke to a...
All right, whatever. So, as you know, he's lying right there.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So, I think he can resign anytime.
He has no shame. Honestly, I think he's on the phone. He's like, Hillary, activate the suicide machine.
Yeah.
We need several suicides.
Yeah, it's probably going to be him, though.
Yeah, I mean, nothing would surprise me if I read in the newspaper that Hunter or him or all these people that are involved start turning up in a river somewhere. It won't surprise me, because this is so deep, man. This is the deep state being boiled. I mean, they're done.
Right, I agree. So, I mean, what if Hillary just he resigned from the Democratic Party and Hillary just steps in? What do you think?
Honestly, that would be something that would make the 2020 movie epic.
Yeah, that would make it something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that is plot twist. I mean, let's just have it. I mean, apparently there's asteroids headed towards the Earth as we speak anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, that's what Pat Robinson said. He said that Trump's going to win and the asteroid's going to kill us all.
Yeah, so let's just have it all. Let's go.
Let's do it. So here's Nancy Pelosi. She won't answer any kind of questions about the Bidens. Let's take a look.
You come to an agreement on state and local funding? No, and on liability?
No. Madam Speaker, these year's allegations of corruption involving Joe Biden have been raised in recent days.
I'm sorry, I'm not answering your questions, okay? We're talking about the coronavirus. That's what I don't have all day for questions. That's what we're taking now. Anybody have a question on the coronavirus negotiations? Yes.
I wonder.
She won't take any questions.
It's so obvious what they're doing. It's such a stall tactic, because imagine if they were to reach an agreement on like a stimulus package, and let's say everybody earning under $100,000 got like $1,500, and you know what I mean? It would make everybody go, hey, like Trump's in charge, so let's vote Trump. They don't want to make anything look like Trump's winning. And it's starting to be very apparent that they're dragging their feet, and they don't care who gets hurt. They've hurt so many businesses in these Democratic-run blue states. They don't even care. It's not even going to make them lose a wink of sleep.
No, I mean, for a fact they're not going to mention, the moderator's not going to mention about the Hunter thing, the laptop.
I think if Trump even brings it up, they've already talked about. They have a mic kill.
Yeah, they're going to kill the mic.
Kill his mic.
Yeah. So he's going to try to bring it up, but he's not going to answer the question.
It doesn't matter. The Bobulinski bombshell that everybody's going into the debate with, it's going to be mind-blowing. Even if they do mute his mic, it's still there. It's the elephant in the room now.
It is. So take a look at somebody went up to Nancy and says, you're going to prison soon. Take a look.
Thank you for what you're doing. Nancy.
Hi.
Prison time's coming soon. Be ready. Donald Trump. Not much time left.
Oh boy. So
it's so good.
It is good. All right. So we'll see what happens tonight. That Tony Bobulinski thing, it's something everybody should go and listen to what he says. It's going to just shake this whole thing up. So we have FBI yesterday or last night saying that Iran and Russia was trying to help Biden.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Why would they want Trump to win?
Right.
Trump is a pro-America platform. Honestly, they want somebody who's going to sell out America, and that's Joe Biden. So, of course, they want Joe.
Yeah. So it looks like this letter that was being sent out that I have here that they were trying to tailor to try to start, disturbances, violence against Democrats and Republicans.
We recommend you check your home insurance. That was funny.
Yeah, right, exactly. So anyway, I don't know. So let's take a look at the FBI, what the news conference was. Take a look.
Okay.
With that in mind, we would like to alert the public that we have identified that 2 foreign actors, Iran and Russia, have taken specific actions to influence public opinion relating to our elections. First, we have confirmed that some voter registration information has been obtained by Iran and separately by Russia. This data can be used by foreign actors to attempt to communicate false information to registered voters that they hope will cause confusion, sow chaos, and undermine your confidence in American democracy. To that end, we have already seen Iran sending spoofed emails designed to intimidate voters, incite social unrest, and damage President Trump. You may have seen some reporting on this in the last 24 hours, or you may have even been one of the recipients of those emails. Additionally, Iran is distributing other content to include a video that implies that individuals could cast fraudulent ballots, even from overseas.
All right, so there it is. So they're helping Biden. They're trying to go against Trump. China's helping Biden. They're trying to go against Trump. So they're trying to get him out of there because he's trying to make America great again.
Exactly. And that gets in the way of globalism. Trump is our last thing, our last little shield between us and becoming this globalist crap hole where we just have this revolving door of UN endorsed type of legislation that runs our country. Sorry, not ready for that.
No, we don't want illegals coming over the wall. We don't want globalism, people taking our jobs overseas. So yes, we want to keep America first. And take a look at this. Everybody chanting USA at the Trump rally. Take a look.
Okay.
Everybody, thank you, Gastonia. Gastonia. Thank you to Gastonia. 13 days, can you believe it? 13 days from now, and you see what's going on. You see, boom, boom, boom. Oh, you get a little nervous over there, the deep state, the Democrats.
Look at that. So, that was yesterday, I believe?
Yeah.
So, wow, a lot of people there chanting USA. I love that energy,
They're so scared of that momentum and that ground game that Trump actually has, because when these other Democrats go out and try to stump for Joe Biden because he's hiding in a basement, they get 25 people at best, and some of them are Biden's staff. Right. So they have nobody who's willing to show up for them.
Yeah,
nobody.
Barack Obama was out there with a bullhorn with 5 people there.
What a joke that was. Pete Buttigieg was out with 100 people, but they were spread out over the course of a football field. Sure. And it looked more ridiculous than if they just sat on bleachers or something. This is crazy that they're trying to say that Trump's behind in the polls, because I am just not feeling it, man. And with all this evidence, you would have to be a numbskull to go and pull the Biden lever.
Oh, and they're bought and paid for by China for sure.
Absolutely.
So that's the show tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Bill, do you have any last words?
Vote Trump, save America. Biden's crooked. He is the guy who's probably going to go to jail, so we won't have to talk about this.
That's right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Only 11 days left for the election, and have a good night.
Good night, everyone.